Your monthly leave and earning statement, or LES for short, may seem like cryptic code, but investing a little time to decipher it can really pay off. This video will help you crack your LES. We'll provide an overview and flag some of the categories you'll want to watch each pay period. Please note that some of the categories we cover may not apply to you personally. For example, some categories will not apply to the National Guard or Reserve. Your leave and earning statement for the past 12 months are available on MyPay or Marine Online. You can access MyPay at https://mypay.dfast.mil and Marine Online at https://www.mol.usmc.mil. Log in and click the first link for your leave and earning statement. We'll start with the first section, Identification. Here's where you'll find your name, social security number, current pay grade, pay date, and years of service. You'll also see your expiration term of service, or ETS, your branch of service, the accounting and dispersing station number, or dispersing station symbol number, or ADSN or DSSN, and pay period. Pay special attention to your pay grade and monitor it for accuracy. If it's incorrect, you may receive overpayments or underpayments that could complicate your finances. The pay date may also show as your PEBD, or pay entry base date. The pay date is not when you are paid, but the date you entered military service for pay purposes. Your ETS, also known as the expiration of active obligated service, or EAOS, is the date you were scheduled to complete your current term of enlistment or obligation. Let's move on to entitlements, deductions, allotments, and summary. Think you were entitled to extra pay? Wonder why your pay is higher or lower than you expected? The entitlements section lists the current and retroactive entitlements you're receiving in the pay period, such as drill pay for those in the National Guard or Reserve, basic allowance for housing, or BAH, and basic allowance for subsistence, or BAS, are covered here. The deduction section contains withdrawals such as taxes, service members' group life insurance, and dependent dental insurance. A deduction you should review and consider is your Thrift Savings Plan, or TSP contribution. Make sure to check the agency match fields if you are under the blended retirement system, and consider whether you would like to maximize the matching contributions by electing 5% of your basic pay. Although less common, additional funds may be taken from your pay for allotments. Examples include insurance or discretionary allotments, such as savings or emergency funds. The allotment section details where the funds are going and when they might be paid in full. Once paid in full, the allotment will show in the Remarks section. Additions to and subtractions from your pay are totaled in the various associated fields. Check your pay table for base pay and other allowances such as special pay, flight pay, etc. to verify that you're receiving the correct amounts. You can find your pay tables at http://militarypay.defense.gov/pay/allowances. Let's discuss your diems and crack that code. This field specifies the date of initial entry to military service, or DIEMS, and determines your retirement plan, which you'll find in the next field. The DIEMS date comes from your local servicing personnel office. Contact that office, not Defense Finance and Accounting Service, if information in this field is incorrect. Now let's look at your leave. In the next several fields, you can review your brought forward balance of leave, the cumulative amount of leave you've earned and used during this fiscal year, the current balance as of the end of the period the LES covers, and finally the projected balance you will have through the end of your expiration term of service. You'll see tallies of both lost and paid out leave. Don't lose your leave. Monitor the Use/Lose field to see the projected number of days you'll lose if you don't take them in the current fiscal year. Let's talk taxes. The next several fields contain information about current and year-to-date earnings that are subject to federal tax withholding. Be sure your marital status and number of exemptions you are claiming are correct, since they factor into your withholding amounts. Take a look too at your State Tax and Federal Insurance Contributions Act information, or FICA. You've almost finished decoding your LES. There are just a few more fields left. The next portion contains additional pay data. You'll find information associated with your housing allowances. As you can see, your LES says BAQ, which means Basic Allowance for Quarters. It is now referred to as BAH, or your Basic Allowance for Housing. The BAQ type and dependent is based on your dependency status. The zip code is used to compute your Variable Housing Allowances, or VHA. The Joint Travel Regulation Code is based on the location for your Cost of Living Allowance or the type of Basic Allowance for Subsistence, or BAS, if such entitlements apply. Have you donated to a charity such as the Combined Federal Campaign or other charitable organization in the past year? If the donation was made through an allotment, you can see that in the Charity YTD field. The final fields we will review are associated with the Thrift Savings Plan, TSP. Your base, special, incentive, and bonus pay rates you have elected for TSP contributions will appear in these fields. You can review your TSP year-to-date deductions shown as TSP YTD. See the total dollar amount of TSP contributions you've deferred for tax purposes, and check the dollar amount of TSP contributions flagged as tax-exempt for the Internal Revenue Service, or IRS. You've come to the end of your LES. Be sure to glance at the Remarks section where you'll find notices from your command or an explanation of starts, stops, or changes to your pay. Congratulations! You've cracked the LES code this time. Remember, you'll get a new one every month. If you have questions, you can always visit your installation's personal financial manager or counselor for no-cost personal support with understanding your LES. Or visit the Military Installations website at http://militaryinstallations.dod.mil. Use your excellent decoding skills from here on out to read your LES with confidence and ease. Follow the Office of Financial Readiness on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for more resources and tips, and watch for more videos in this series on the Financial Readiness YouTube channel.